slow down just a teensy weensy bit?
Nonsense, poopy pants!
Like a glove?
Hello everybody and welcome back to another Yo Joe Jerk review. I'm your host, the amazing Larry, and I'd like to thank you for stopping by. Today we have the Ultimate Super 7 Electro-Charger that barely fits in the studio. I had to change everything to accommodate this monster. We also have another surprise today. We'll also be reviewing Mandora, who goes with the bike. We'll go over the boxes really quick. It's your standard Ultimates Super 7 shipper box. Nothing really going on, just some legalese, a barcode, and lots of protection for your fine item. Same can be said for the Electro-Charger. It just looks like your standard Ultimates box, but stretched out. I'll let you check it out for yourselves. It barely fits in the studio, so excuse me. On the back, it has the same legalese. One right along the side. You know I like to keep my boxes purty. Alright, and here we go. My box looks really clean and nice, and it is just a thing of beauty. Side art is a render. The back is showing off all kinds of features for the item. And the box looks perfectly authentic for 80s. I love it. I love these kind of window boxes. They suck me right in. I collect a lot of the reaction lines because I love packaging for items. And this one is just awesome. So I'm going to go straight for this Electro-Charger because Mandora can wait. She's more of the accessory. This is the big bad mother we've all been waiting for. So I have mine turned on the side. I'm going to attempt to open this sucker live. I like to keep my packages presentable, so we're just going to lightly cut the little dots. Gonna have to go from the bottom as well. This thing's in there really well. And it popped right open. So we open. Got a flap. This thing is so bulky. Oh, I'm not doing a good job of keeping that box nice. Here it is, floating in shiny plastic. And real quick, here's a better look at the accessory tray that came underneath the bike. All right, next up for unboxing, we have Mandora. I'm gonna do this as fast as I can, people. Alright, same Thundercats stuff as usual. And let's look at this pretty figure. I always love the way these boxes look. Unfortunately, I take them out, but if I was ever an inbox collector, these are probably the most beautiful boxes. Over here, if you want to pause it for the bio. This one has the sticker on top. So I'm going to show you the psycho way I open these. We got a sticker down here, so I'll show you how to get that sucker up. Just a nice little peel. And then all I do is get rid of that sticker. Put my tool in there and pop. And there you go. You didn't break the seal at the top. And there we have Mandora unboxed. We're going to get to the figure real quick. We'll get a close-up. She's looking really good. The paint apps are really nice, and the skin tone is not bad. It looks like they made a cut in her back jacket so her arms can flex. Down here we have a holster. She got an Ultimates booty. I like the way the boots are cut. Now, I'm not going to go over articulation because this is an Ultimate and we all know what we're going to get. I'll show you a little bit of movement here. But just with any Ultimate, There's only so much range of motion. We have a joint here to go swivel, but it will not go back and forth. The arms do go all the way around if you want them to. All in all, a solid figure for this set. Now on to accessories. We get 3 pairs of left hands, and it looks like we have open grip hands, a dual set. They don't look much different. Over here, we have another clutching hand. We have a pointing finger over here. We also have a thumbs up over here. This one is the other handlebar grabbing hand. And this one right here is a trigger finger. We have the extra heads. This one has the tracking monitor on it, and I think it looks great. I think I got some schmutz on the head. Yeah, that's a schmutzy head. Look at that in the light. They schmutzed you up. The hair is moving in a different direction. If you look at each of the head sculpts, the hair is its own separate thing. Really good. Like, the mouth is painted good. The teeth look good. Next up, the other head. This is a more windswept head. So this would be on the bike. So her hair looks like it's blowing in the wind. I really like that. Solid paint. Once again, mouth is closed. Here we have her little communicator. That's like her little intergalactic cell phone. Here we have her badge, which I'll bring up into focus. It's highly detailed for how tiny it is. We'll turn that around so you can all see it. Look at that. That is teeny tiny, and you can easily make out her face. That's so cool. Next up, we have the tiny little parking meter. Bring that up so you can see it. Not much going on, just a bunch of little buttons and a screen. We also get this pair of handcuffs. Whoa, where did you come from, lady of the night? All kidding aside, the handcuffs are really cool. They're made with tiny little chains. We get her boomerang, which is painted really well up close. Like anything else, it's gonna look sloppy, but from far away, looks great. And our final accessory is the boomerang with the effect on it. And this looks awesome. You can tell right here that the plastic goes from deep red to translucent. Now let's do the accessories on the bike real quick. Here we have the soap gun. Has the canister. Good paint on the handle. Nice rubbery hose on there. Looks really good. And then we have the blaster with a port. Here we have the soap effect for the gun. That just ports in right there. Looks great. Goes from translucent to light colored. Here we have the face plates for the cycle itself. These are magnetic and fit right into the cockpit area. Here's the other one. It also comes with an antenna for the bike. We'll put that on in a bit. And lastly is the flight stand, which is in 2 pieces. All you do is just push that in, and you're good to go. And here it is, people, in all its glory. So let's get in and take a look. I'm going to spin it around for you real quick so you can take a look and soak it all in. It's fantastic. It's huge. I'm quickly going to show you how the control panels work. So let's get this bad boy in close. So you just take your little control panel and you just lay it on there. And it's on there for good. That ain't coming off. Switch that out for the mad buttons, which I personally like. I like freaking stupid buttons everywhere. Just give me ridiculous amounts of colored buttons and I'm all yours. The paint apps are nice and clean. The engine paint actually fades into a black. All the tailpipes look like a little hollow. Up here we have a hidden little door that reveals a tire, but we'll get to that. There's all kinds of really well done paint apps in there that look great. Handlebar moves just a little bit. There's another hidden compartment down here for storage. Up here we got clear red plastic that's painted a little bit. This is a little Star Trek inspired, I think. Up here we have a really nice gold paint. Nice clear visor and room for two. Now, my one beef is that she really does not sit on this bike good. And that totally sucks considering this is a set. Like, her feet don't really go anywhere. They're kind of there, you know what I mean? To design a figure and a bike together and then the figure sits on the bike all weird kind of sucks. It still looks really, really cool. The set is really good and it's a small gripe. Now, this bike is awesome, but it also has another feature. If we pop out the base, we have a clip right here that all we have to do is push down on and it comes off, and just ever so lightly you can pull out a wheel, and it has some good spin. That actually trucks along pretty good. The tire itself is made out of rubber. Down here on the bottom we have another hatch. Now there's a little secret. The little hatch back here, all we do is open that and it reveals the top of the tire. You just push that down and you have a motorcycle. So let's put that on the ground in motorcycle mode and it goes back and forth really well. We also have a little kickstand. So if you want to prop the bike up, now instead of doing a size comparison, we have a little extra back seat. So let's throw some people on the back seat and see how this looks. Here we have her with the NECA Ace Ventura. Our next backseat driver is Bazooka from the G.I. Joe Classified line. Our next backseat driver is the NECA Arnold. You got to hurry, you got to go, I'm in jungle disguise. And our last backseat driver, the deluxe Gungan everybody loves, Nisa Jar Jar Binks. For size comparison, here we have the McFarlane Akira Kaneda and bike. Next up, we have the Mezco 112 Collective Ghost Rider. And you can see how they line up. Here we have the G.I. Joe Classified Ram. And lastly, here we have the Marvel Legends Deluxe Professor Xavier, which is a pretty big chunk of plastic for a Marvel Legend. And you'll never see this figure ever again, people, because Hasbro won't make it. So my final thoughts at the end of the day. This is a really fun wave. This is a great Super 7 vehicle. Like, I have nothing but confidence in any of the stuff that they make vehicle-wise. Yes, it was very expensive, but I think it's worth what I paid for it. Mandora herself is a fun figure with a few flaws, but in the end, I'm very happy with the purchase. I like the set a lot, and I think it will go along with everything else very well. And that's all I got this week, people. I'd like to thank you for stopping by, and I'll catch you on the next review.